Hi there, children. I missed you for so many days. How long are you going to play hide and seek with this excuse of the COVID 19? Come on, pray. I'm going to share with you today the theory of causations. Ancient Vedanta theory, and you would be surprised the modern day physics is also talking about every action has its opposite and equal reaction. Newton's laws of third motion, many of you have heard of it. Younger children, you would be told by your parent, your elder brother, sister, and little older ones who are coming into MBIP and all that are learning about it. And MBIP 5, 4, DP 1, 2, come on, go ahead. You saw fantastic out of the world result for the first time, in the whole of this world. 6,000 plus IB world school. No school did today, not just IB, CBSC, SSC, IGCSC, ICSC, or IB, any school. No school has ever scored 10 standard, final examination, 73 appeared, everybody first division. No school has done it. Everybody first division. Dad and mom and grandparent, my pranams to you and welcome to this Terry and Talking. Motivate the champion. You and I, that is the parent and the grandparent, we have passed through it. We didn't know about it. Nobody told us. So we suffered. Suffered why? We didn't know. We thought, oh, that is not possible. I'm saying, hold your collar and pick it up and say, you monkey, you can do it. Who's the monkey? Me. I am the monkey. I can do it. Success comes in, I can. Look at these children. Everybody, first division. The top student in that, Tanishka, stood first in the world. A world topper. From Pune city, victorious kids, from the whole Australia, New Zealand, China, Japan, Singapore, and the whole of European belt, Switzerland, Japan, France, and United States and South Africa. Just think. Not to forget the Arab world and the rest of the islands of the world and Croatia. From everywhere, India, one Pune, one victorious kid student topped the world topper. How? That's what I'm going to come about. You ask these kids, every one of them, including the DP, everybody got diploma. Just imagine. That's like first division again. And the top student stood 1 mark short of world topper. 44 out of 45 instead of 45. Tasneem Godrawala. How? This is what I wanted. This is what I talked to them about. Each one of them, DP students wrote 45 everywhere in their house in A4 sheet like this. 4 and 5, 45. And MYP 5, 4 and 5 students, 4 onwards, you have to think about right from beginning, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to score 56. 5 and 6. Where do you want to write it? Write it in a big A4 size paper and put it in front of your worship corner, in front of your entertainment corner, E-corner. E-corner is television, mobile, and maybe some PlayStations. Put left side of the TV, right side of the TV, top of the TV. 5 and 6. Whenever you're watching, you watch that. In front of your worship corner, in front of your bed, in front of your study table, and don't forget in front of your washroom also table, of the toilet seat. You should see that, think of it. 5 and 6, just like a horse. They are put this, and so that they are not looking right, they are looking left, they are going straight. You go straight to 4 and 5, 45 for the DP 1 and 2 students. For MBIP students who are going to take up the TP, everybody should think about 4 and 5, 45 when I reach DP. And for MBIP students, reach 5 and 6 56. How do you do this? Write it everywhere. How does it help? If you have to go to Mumbai, very simple. You don't know how to go to Mumbai. But you will ask somebody, you're in Pune. How do I go to Mumbai? I have a car. They will say, oh, you have a car. You want to go fast track or slow track? It's a fast track. He said, take a helicopter or go through the expressway. Slow track, take a cycle or motorbike or maybe old Madras road with a car. No, children? So now, there is something called causation, principles of causation. Cause and effect. Whatever I do, equal and opposite reaction will take place. So right now, those of you in MYP 345, start switching off your mind from distractions. Mobile, WhatsApp, Facebook. Use it. I'm not saying stop using it. Only for learning, assessment, getting more information, data, Google, friends, teacher, head of the program, coordinator, principal ma'am, including somebody like me. Interact with those electronic gadgets. Now, causation. What is this? Let's talk about the creation of this universe. How did it get created? It has got link. I'm going to take you across. So simple. Darwinian theory talked about the evolution process, that there was a Big Bang. Now my question is, how did the Big Bang come about? Scientists said we don't know. And it possibly, the particles used to come up and it used to bounce into the existence and go back into non-existent. And while doing this existence and non-existent, it suddenly went into exploding. How did it come from non-existent? Why did it become existence? It's the particle theory. Why did it happen? So, ancient Vedanta talks about it. And India talks about it. Almost all religion, whether Buddhism, Sikhism, or Jainism, or, you talk about Hinduism or Shaivite or Matrikas, that is the believers of the motherhood, like Durga Mata, we just have Dashera, and just now Kali Puja is going to come up, Diwali and all these. All their worshippers or non-worshippers, they have one belief, that this Big Bang happened. What is it called? Where did it come from? To understand this, children, dear parents and the grandparents, namaskar and pranam to all of you. Pay attention. Very simple. Take a simple seed of a tree. Redwood oak tree, 330 feet tall tree, largest tree in the world, tallest tree. Let's take an apple tree, a seed. Think, if you cut an apple, you know how many seeds are there in an apple. But can you tell me how many apples will be in one seed? Can you tell me? No one can. Why? Because that causation is programmed. And in modern days now you know about DNA and genetical theory and particle theory. It is there in that seed. It knows, the seed has the programming, when to grow two leaves, when to grow little root, and when to grow bigger roots, and when to grow more leaves, and when to grow branches, and when to grow the flower and come into fruits, and then maybe destruction of the tree. Somebody cuts it, or forest fire, or the tree becomes old and dies, whatever. It is from something, programming called unmanifested form. Unmanifested form meaning you cannot enjoy the tree or the apple or the redwood oak tree from the seed. Seed is unmanifested form. Entire programming is in that. From there, it goes on to manifestation. becomes the apple, the redwood oak tree, or becomes like you and me, or this universe and the planets. And this manifestation, call it in today's world Big Bang. Vedanta does not disagree with any part of the science. It fully agrees with it and goes ahead and explains it to those areas which science cannot explain. Like, you can hear me, you can see me. You can see my hand. How do you see my hand? Light rays falls on my hand. Supposing this light is switched off, or I take my hand away from the light, if there is no light here, you will not see my hand. For example, sun, so powerful, is landing on the earth. But you know the space between, do you know, sun and the earth? Earth is reflecting the sun's light and it is bright. The other part of the earth which is not reflecting, it is dark. What about the space between earth and the sun? Do you know? It is jet black dark. What does it mean? Why is it dark? Sun's rays are there. It is coming through that only to come to earth, no? But there is no reflecting surface. But those of you heard about Halley's Comet or another planet or star comes in between. Halley's Comet shows a beautiful, brilliant tail with brilliant light display. Those of you seen the picture or seen it actually. How? Halley's Comet does not have any light of its own. It is passing through that sunlight between sun and the earth, and it brilliantly comes up because sun's light reflects on it. If you're driving down or up the mountain, let's say you're going up a mountain, round and round, going to the peak, driving in a car. So as you know, as you take the road, you see, you will find if there is hill on the left hand side, the headlight will show the hill. As you take the turn, now it is going straight into the dark sky. There is no mountain in front because you're taking the curve. Visualize it. The light goes into the dark sky. For a while you see it and then you don't see it. It vanishes. But if you put a plate or let's say at 200 feet away, a big signboard, it will show that light. Light is there, no reflecting surface. Same way comes in this causation, the effect. Now, look at it from tree. The unmanifested form from the seed came to manifestation and goes into unmanifest again. Born becomes manifest. Before that, it was in DNA, genes, planning, in consciousness. How do you hear me, see me? Because you're conscious. If you're unconscious, in coma or deep sleep, sometimes it happens, no? In the classroom, we are absent-minded and sleeping. Or not sleeping, but mind is absent. You don't know what the teacher, professor talking about. Or in a group, you're not of your interest. You as parent, grandparent or somebody, your mind is somewhere else. You don't even pay attention. In Bhagavad Gita, those of you who heard about Bhagavad Gita, in chapter 2, verse number 26, 27, 28, particularly 27, 28, is talking about this manifestation coming from unmanifest and goes on to unmanifest again. And then it circles again back to manifest, and it's a circle, goes on. So this consciously, when you put that 56 or 45, you are manifesting it. It is there. The programming as per Vedanta is the possibility of everything is inside you and me. The ancient rishis went outside the world and experimented with everything. In India, they found lots of details, but they didn't find the secret of this universe. So in Indian Vedanta, it explains, it is, they went inside, deep inside with their eyes closed and dived within to what? Shravanam, listen, think. Mananam, reflect, ask questions, challenge it. And then Nididhyasanam, silently dive within, reflect on it. I'm going to do 56. I don't know how. I'm going to do 45. I don't know how. I'm going to be a topper, not just in this exam, in the life. Everybody in the world will know by my work, because I am working to help the people, not for my own little self or little money. You know the beauty part of it? When you manifest such strength, money will run after you. You can't stop it. And you'll have so much you will be giving away to people. Have you noticed? What is Warren Buffett and Bill Gates and Lakshmika Narayan? Everybody's doing it. Or Billas or Ambani's, and everybody is giving away those who earn a lot. You and I should contribute. Now, let's look at a little more different example. Let's look at a potter. Clay, some of you done pottery in the school. A clay, you wet it, it's a lump of clay. But notice, you're going to make a pot from the clay. Are you with me? I'm going to make a pot out of the clay. Where is the pot? It's not manifested. It is unmanifested in the clay. The clay has the potential to make it a clay pot, or a clay Ganapati, or clay Mother Durga, or clay Jesus Christ. It is unmanifested in the clay. Now you, as a potter, take, let's say you're making a clay pot. You put it in the pottery wheel, and with your hand, as your teacher teaches you, you make it into a beautiful pot. Suppose you don't bake it. Don't bake it, meaning it becomes permanent till it breaks. Don't bake it. You can still dissolve it, make it unmanifested, and same clay again manifest into maybe Ganapati. Same clay. Ganapati is in manifested, unmanifested form in the clay to manifest itself and again unmanifest. Birth from nowhere, birth, manifested, unmanifested, death. People are scared of death. No, it is just going to again become. Now that you know DNA and genes, and you know the particle theories, you know the Isingers quantum theory, you know matter is dissolving to molecules, cells, to atoms, to subatomic particle, subatomic particle, from electron, proton, neutron, going into meson, boson, lepton, cryon. From that, information, energy, string theory, it's all going into unmanifested. You cannot. What is unmanifestation? What is manifestation? Manifestation is you can experience it. I can experience this hand, this cup, this computer. I can experience it. It's manifested. But before the computer was done, it was in Steve Jobs' brain, unmanifested. But his consciousness designed and made an Apple machine. Are you with me? Potter. Let's take a dream. You go on to dream. It's all, as per the latest theory, it's all in your mind. Your mind is dreaming about it. And let's say you're dancing in Florida, or having a beautiful ride into the mountain Himalayas, or in Switzerland, or in a ship sailing. And then you're having a dinner and you have party. Notice when your dream breaks, whether it was tiger chasing you or whether it was a cookie you were having, you can't wake up from dream and say, let me go back into the dream and have my cookie again. Unmanifested was in the mind, manifested in the dream. When you wake up, it is unmanifested again. But you can again go through unmanifested and a manifestation. Maybe you will dream again of your friend, of your parent, of a great saint, or a devil dragon, or maybe King Kong destroying the Tower of London, or the tower in New York, Times Square. No? Just think, when you're watching it in the TV, the King Kong destroying the Empire State Building, you are not scared. You're having enjoyment. In fact, you will give an Oscar to the guy who made this manage and maybe the designing and the special effect, or the director. You'll give an Oscar. But if you're watching that game in a picture hall or in your house, and a little monkey comes from the branches into your room, look at the scream and the panic you will create. No, children, parent, eek, everybody, even for a lizard. So now it has become manifested. So it is causing. You can, what is the manifestation? You can experience it. Unmanifested, you cannot experience, but you can create it. So now what is my idea of telling you this? You can create your 45 out of 45 by thinking about it, bringing in the conscious planning, do the work with it. Action opposite equals reaction. Go into that creation, experience it, enjoy it, do it for the people. Automatically you will earn a lot more. Jnanam danena vardate. Vedanta message. By giving knowledge, increases knowledge. So I am quite a monkey, I am giving knowledge. My knowledge will increase. No? So your knowledge would too. Pray for it, work for it, manifest it into the creation. You know what is this called? There is a name in Vedanta. It's called in Sanskrit Sat Karya Vada. It's very serious. And this is how this school came into form. I dreamt of it. As you all know, I was a fighter pilot. I didn't know anything about a school. I was a very good pilot. I became a good fighter pilot. I only dreamt of flying. And of course, earning money and having fun, just like all of us do. And then slowly, with the divine grace, the thought of learning more, why am I on this earth? What is the purpose of me being in this? Being a fighter pilot, is that it? Earn some money and then have a heart attack and die, or die a normal death, or land up with old age and rheumatism and diabetes? I said, that's not what is it. I want to know, why am I here? And I kept doing that. Maranam, before that was Shravanam. I read about it, thought about it from Vedanta, Upanishad, Bhagavad Gita, and the great philosophical books of the world, and then brought it into manifestation state by starting to dream about it, think about it, working at it. I didn't have money. Money came. It will happen to you too. Result will come. You can see the result right now in front of you. So many children have done it. How? Same talk that I'm doing with you, I keep on doing with them. And then, look at the school is formed. Today, imagine, IB is telling victorious kids, please ask to give a talk in a global conference and tell what are you doing. All we are doing is believe in IB, their principles, 10 students profile, academic honesty, and Vedanta. The first principle of Vedanta, Satyameva Jayate, truth shall always win. Now you take on that. Take out a sculptor, a stone block, or maybe a wooden block, and he chisels away. He's got nothing in front of him, just a rock, maybe a wood piece, but he has in his unmanifested mind consciousness an idea about a beautiful doll or maybe a wonderful sculpting piece or a beautiful lady or a gentleman. He does sculpting and it emerges into a beautiful piece. We will say it, unmanifested to manifested. Tomorrow it may get destroyed, but this is called Brahman as per Vedanta, which is unmanifested, and now it manifests because of the word called Maya. Maya meaning anything that you can measure. Is Maya comes from that hidden secret force. So now I have got created something which can be Maya. It will again go on to unmanifested, but to come back again to manifestation. So this cycle of operation shows that you have the potential to do anything. You can do it. You can bring, manifest it with your dreams, with your consciousness, from unmanifested state by planning, by working. Don't waste your time, this student's time, right now. Have fun, but have fun with those things which are related to my manifested goal. Have single-minded. There is this lady, young girl at the age of 14, she defeated the world champion and became world champion. How? Even when she would lie down and sleep, she would see in the roof the chess board is playing. With her mind, she used to play. When she's gone up to sleep, her hand is to move. Always thinking, dreaming of that and bring into manifestation. She became the champion. So you can do that and create your own future right now as per Vedanta. Believe in it, believe in yourself. Respect parents, teachers. Matri Devo Bhavo. Pitri Devo Bhavo. Acharya, teacher, Devo Bhavo. And then ask them for their blessing and keep working at it. You will. Success comes in, I can. I can. My prayers for all of you and namaskar.